evening, and welcome to Lincoln Park for today's graduation ceremony. Today, we honor the young men and women of Southeast High School as they graduate onto bigger and better things. We ask that during the ceremony, you show decorum and give each of our students the proper respect that they deserve. Thank you. My name is Kimberly Socorro Miramon Aquino, and I was honored to be Southeast High School's 2026 Senior Class President. I now ask at this time that you all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated. It is my pleasure now to welcome our amazing principal of Southeast High School, Ms. Ginger Collins.
Good evening, family, friends, distinguished guests, faculty and staff, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Welcome to the Southeast High School 63rd anniversary of the first commencement ceremony. Thank you to the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bradenton Marauders, and the City of Bradenton for hosting our ceremony here at the beautiful Lincoln Park this evening. Please welcome with me our distinguished guests, School Board Chair Cindy Spray, School Board Vice Chair Richard Tatum, and board members Chad Choate, Heather Felton, and Charlie Kennedy. Our district administration, Dr. Lori Breslin, Superintendent, Derek Jensen, Deputy Superintendent of Instruction, Mr. Willie Clark, Deputy Superintendent of Operations, Ms. Sharon Scarborough, Executive Director of all high schools, and Ms. Lisa Lyon, Director of Student Services. Our Assistant Principals and Athletic Director, Mr. George Shire, Mr. Craig Page, Mr. Matthew Adams, Mr. Matt Kitchie. Our School Support Specialists, Mr. George Coates and Ms. Taylor Sisk. Our school counselors, Ms. Meg Dersheimer, Ms. Regina Boyd, and Ms. Angelica Gomez. Our IB coordinator, Ms. Megan Bishop. Southeast staff guest speaker, Mr. Engelking, and all the Knowles faculty and staff that push our students to their limitless possibilities. At this time, we will hear from our Golden Feather recipients. The Gold Feather is the highest award given to graduating seniors at Southeast High School in lieu of valedictorian or salutatorian per the district policy. Teachers nominate seniors based not only on their academically challenging coursework and grades, but also on their leadership and character, extracurricular activities, community involvement, athletics, and involvement in clubs. The 2026 Southeast Gold Feathers are Gabriela Calamini Abreu Mendes, Isabella Castro Cardona, and John Tavia Howard. Gold Feather speakers speak at graduation and have their names printed on a plaque that is placed permanently in the cafeteria. Congratulations, Golden Knolls. Please welcome our first Golden Knoll, Gabriela Calamini Abreu Mendes. When you leave, hold it like this so it stays on her speech, okay? Because that's yours. Thank you, baby.
Good evening, faculty, families, and friends gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2026. My name is Gabby, and I am truly honored to stand here and represent such a driven, compassionate, and unforgettable group of students. I want to begin by thanking the people who helped us get here. To my teachers, coaches, and mentors, thank you for your guidance, your patience, and the life lessons that extended far beyond the classroom. To my family in Brazil, whose loud and proud cheers I can probably hear from 4,000 miles away in São Fidélis, obrigada por todo amor e o apoio. To my parents, who made the brave decision to give up everything so I could stand here today, your strength inspires me every single day. Especially my mom, who was always front row in every color guard competition, science fair showcase, and award ceremony. Eu amo muito vocês. Like so many people here today, my life has been shaped by the love and sacrifice of immigrants. People who, despite every obstacle, wake up every day determined to make this country a better place for their loved ones. To my older brothers, thank you for giving me someone to look up to. And to my little brother and sisters, thank you for giving me a reason to be someone worth looking up to. To my beauty and best friend, Sofiaki, I take great pride in telling people you're my little sister. Growing up with you has been one of the greatest joys of my life. There's a different type of comfort in knowing that no matter what the world will look like tomorrow, I'll always have you by my side. And finally, to the class of 2026, thank you for making this past 4 years truly unforgettable. In a world where division can feel louder than unity, it gives me hope to know that this class is filled with people who choose compassion, stand up for others, and dedicate their talents to make this world a better and more just place. There's a Brazilian word with no direct English translation called saudade. It describes a bittersweet longing for something or someone that you deeply love and may never experience in quite the same way again. And I know that one day we'll all feel saudade for this chapter of our lives. Personally, I'll have saudade of laughing, sometimes way too loudly in the hallways with my friends, getting wise life advice from Ms. Greenhill, gossiping in the band office with my color guard team, spending way too much time philosophizing in Mr. Craig's room, the last-minute chemistry study sessions that somehow always worked out, being reminded by Ms. Nelson that everything will be okay and that I'm probably being a little dramatic, and all the small moments that didn't seem important at the time, but meant everything. I'll feel saudade for the teachers who reminded us that we were capable, even when we doubted ourselves, for the friendships that made even the hardest days feel manageable, and above all, for the sense of community we built together, one that made the orange and blue doors we walked past feel like home. I feel incredibly lucky to have been part of a community where differences were celebrated rather than feared. Among the 355 of us here today, there are 355 unique stories, dreams, and identities, each one equally valuable, each one worth celebrating, and each one reminding us that diversity will always be a strength. Even if it sounds unrealistic, I still believe that human nature is inherently good, and I challenge all of us here today to prove that true. Be the reason someone believes in the inherent goodness of people. Choose kindness, choose compassion, choose to care, even when it's not the easiest option. Because while saudade may be the love that remains, I urge you to celebrate the love that exists here right now. Tell your parents you love them, hug your friends. Thank the people who made a difference in your life. Appreciate what's in front of you before it becomes something you long for. I am forever grateful for the years that I shared with all of you. I cannot wait to see the incredible things that each and every one of you will go on to do. One day, this moment will become saudade, but for now, it's ours. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it. And now I'm honored to introduce my great inspiration and even greater friend, Isabella Castro Cardona.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, and fellow graduates. My name is Isabella, and it is an honor to be standing before you today. Class of 2026, you should feel proud of yourselves. Whether you made it to this moment with the constant support of the people in this stadium, or you had to push through it on your own, you made it here. Take it in and be proud of how far you've come, because every small win over the past 12 years has brought you to this moment. The day has come where we close the final chapter of our childhoods. Firstly, I want to give a big thank you to our teachers and staff who have dedicated their lives to our education. Each of us sitting here owes you the greatest appreciation, especially our teachers who nurture us, give us grace, and the patience we don't always deserve. Thank you for giving each of your students a chance. Next, I want to thank my family and parents for being my biggest cheerleaders. Papi and Mami, who took me to get poster boards the night before our presentation, and who got mad at me for studying late into the night. Me han enseñado el valor de la perseverancia, la fe y más que todo, el amor. Gracias, mis viejitos, por siempre empujarme a ser la mejor persona que puedo ser. Gracias por todo. Estoy acá parado hoy en día por cada sacrificio que ustedes han hecho. Los amo con todo mi corazón. Just as many of you sitting here, I am the daughter of immigrants, and I carry that pride with me every single day. Immigrants are what keep this country moving forward, and they are the greatest example of American resilience and courage. Immigrants leave behind their homes and what they know because they believe in something greater than themselves, an opportunity, a future, and in us. They represent the very best of what this country is meant to be. So today, I stand here, we stand here, as living proof of their strength and sacrifices. Los amo con todo mi corazón, lo hago por ustedes. I also want to thank my friends and peers for making Southeast exactly what it was, a school filled with unwavering support, laughter, and growth. And finally, I want to extend my biggest gratitude to God for his endless blessings and gifts in my life. It is because of my faith and the prayers of those around me that I have been able to accomplish my dreams. When writing this speech, I couldn't think of specific instances that would relate to everyone here or a good piece of advice an 18-year-old could give to a stadium full of 18-year-olds. But there is a universal lesson, however, that I feel we all need to hear, and that is one of kindness, understanding, and open-mindedness. While we won't go back to sitting in classrooms for 7 hours a day with our friends, we will continue to have and share our lives with those that are different from us, people who irritate us, and those who will disagree with us. You will meet a world of people far outside the group you have surrounded yourself with. So I urge each and every one of you to be kind and open-minded. Be willing to listen before responding. Value others as much as yourselves, and love. French-American essayist Anais Nin once said, "We don't see things as they are, we see things as we are." The way we choose to see others, the patience we give, and the understanding we offer comes from between us. So choose to see the world with compassion. Going to a school as diverse as Southeast has taught me that open-mindedness isn't about agreement, but about understanding. Not one person I have met here has had the same life experiences or perspectives, and that reflects the world we're about to step into. Our differences are not something to fear, but something to learn from. And at the end of the day, what truly defines us, beyond our titles, beyond our achievements or careers, is how we choose to love and care for one another. So before I say goodbye to you all, I want to leave you with one last quote from Jacobo Morales. Mientras que uno esté vivo, uno debe amar lo más que pueda. Whilst you're alive, you must love as much as you can. So love as much as you can, class of 2026. We did it. Please welcome to the stage, Jontavia Howard.
I don't know who that step stool's for. I don't think I need it, but anyway. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine Saturday. I adore the support systems that those seniors have in the audience. There's too much going on in the world where we can't all relax and see these people walk today. Thank you for taking the time out of you guys' schedules to come see these lovely graduates walking today. What a great day indeed. The question I want to ask is the rhetorical, who are you? This is because it can be answered with many other questions or actions like telling someone your favorite color or just spending time with a person to find out. There are many ways to get to know others, but if you were to ask me who I am, I believe there's a 1% chance that it does not include something about school. For all of my life, I thought that academics was my only personality. I did advanced work, group work, individual work, etc., and I felt like I was the smartest kid in the world. However, when I came to Southeast High School, I was finally able to see other students that I wished I could form any sort of connection with, seeing as how they were just like me. It made me feel amazing about myself, but also extremely inadequate. Being present in a school where every student is so talented made me realize that if everyone was skilled in their education, how can I distinguish between who is special and who is not, as one person present next to 363 others, especially if I thought that academics was my only specialty. I felt out of place compared to everyone else around me. This and the mental separation I thought I had from my peers made me feel like I was never special. I no longer knew who I was, and I did not know what I was here to do. I was nothing but ordinary. So, to prevent this from happening to any of you, here's a little analogy that saved how I see the future and myself today. In the lovely world of social media, I heard a quote from a show saying, "People have thrown dirt on my name, others have given me flowers. It's all a garden to me." And I have not been able to get it out of my head since. This is because when any of you really think about it, on some days we'll face sadness and on failure in our lives. Other days we'll feel the happiest we'll ever been. But in your positives and your negatives, your flaws and your fears, your kindness and your sadness, there'll always be beauty next to it, or on the way you realistically. Dirt is necessary for new growth, so if you continue to let it come to your way like it's a normal part of your day, watch the beautiful garden that flourishes afterwards. Keeping up with this idea, some people can add their own plants or seeds to your own garden. Many family members, friends, and loved ones represent big flowers in your garden. I will tell you, my friend Jasmine, she's wearing white, she's probably sitting over there. Okay, all right. She's a pretty big flower in my garden, or maybe even a watermelon. Other support I've seen is the many teachers that other people who have told me I need to think higher of myself. After turning in my final extended essay, after completing my Spanish oral, which is quite some work, I'm sorry, Ms. Greenhall, and while doing my scholarship interviews. While important events and people can help you grow your garden, also remember that flower seeds can grow almost wherever you drop them. Throw an apple core and watch what grows after rain and dirt bury it. Your smallest actions can cause a huge moment to occur, shaping who you are today and who you will be in your future. Finally, one of your most important steps is to look into yourself, your own garden, take it in for what it is now and accept it. It may change later, but for now, you're molded by past events, waiting for your garden to be full of future flowers, fruits, and whatever else you fancy alongside what you have side now. Accepting your garden in its petals and thorns, beauty and ugly is the only way you'll ever be able to accept yourself. Let others come visit your beautiful garden as well. Maybe they can learn more about you or maybe even themselves by taking some of your seeds and planting them in your own garden. For example, here's a seed of information about me to remember in your garden. My name is Jontavia Imani Howard, and I'm set on adding to the percentages of black girls in aviation by becoming a pilot. I'm more than just my report card. I'm more than just my report card. I do other things, and my choices and the honor given to me to speak up here in front of you today are proof that people who look like me are absolutely capable of success. All of us have gardens, and they represent what we're here to show the world. We're all our own people, and it made me finally realize that just that alone is what makes us all special. I feel extraordinary, and I'll never feel mediocre again when I consider our futures and the journey that it will take for us to get there. So when you look at this diploma, remember everything that makes up who you are and accept yourself. And when and only when you've done that, go plant something in someone else's garden and to uplift them, and even yourself even more. As Kendrick Lamar said in his song Real, and y'all should go listen to it later, what love got to do with it when you don't love yourself? Our stories begin now, but remember, your real life begins when you decide to recognize who you really are. Thank you. Please welcome our senior faculty class speaker. Oh, I'll put the step stool back for him, Mr. Engelking.
Thank you, John Tavia. One more round of applause for these guys. Good evening, graduates, families, faculty, and anyone already wondering how long this speech is going to be. Before I get going, I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you, administration, for always supporting us. Thank you for parents for trusting us with your kids. And most importantly, thank you for the graduates for your years of hard work. If you don't know me, my name is Matt Engelking. I'm a history teacher who taught roughly 20% of the. So if you don't know who I am, don't worry, nobody else does either. I moved to Florida 7 years ago, and I got the opportunity to teach at Southeast. And honestly, I never thought I'd be doing this. To be honest, when I joined the school, I was a bit intimidated. There was an outgoing teacher who had a long career that I was replacing, and I felt like I had really big shoes to fill. And honestly, for a little while, I was very worried about it. But along the way, I realized something important. You don't succeed by becoming the person who came before you. You succeed by finding your own path. Trying to fill someone else's shoes usually leaves you walking awkwardly. The better approach is to make your own path entirely. A lot of people treat graduation like the moment where suddenly everything makes sense, where you're supposed to have your future perfectly mapped out. And as a history teacher, I can confidently tell you, almost no one in history knows what they were doing. Most people are just figuring things out as they go, but the difference is that adults get better at pretending that they aren't. The truth is, your future will probably look different than what you currently imagine. Some of you will end up in careers you haven't considered yet. Some of you will have jobs that haven't been invented yet. Most of you will discover new interests. Some of you will completely change directions halfway through. That's okay. That's not failure, it's growth. History is full of people whose lives made no sense in the middle chapters. The interesting parts usually happens because plans change. And while your world can sometimes feel chaotic or uncertain, every generation has felt that way. Humanity has always moved forward through uncertainty. People before you built lives, families, careers, art, inventions, and communities without ever having perfect clarity about the future. You don't need to have everything figured out to move forward too. Through your time here, you've learned skills that matter more than you realize. How to adapt, how to work with people who are different from you, how to recover when things don't go according to plan, and how to keep going even when you're sleep deprived. Those aren't school skills, those are life skills. And maybe most importantly, you've learned that growth usually happens slowly, not in giant movie moments, but in small decisions repeated over time. When I was in high school, my favorite teacher ended every class by saying, "Make it a great day," and any of you that have been in my room have heard me say the same to you. On our last day, he explained to us that having a great day meant things just kind of happened to you, but making it a great day meant you were in control. Don't let bad things define your day or your life. Choose to make it better, and as you move forward, keep working to improve your life and the lives of those around you. So tonight, celebrate what you've accomplished. You've earned this moment. The world does not need another copy of you. It needs you. So to the class of 26, congratulations. Make it a great life. And for the last time, as always, go Noles.
School board members and Superintendent Breslin, these students have met or exceeded the standards set forth by the state of Florida and the Manatee County School District. We will now begin recognizing our Southeast graduating class of 2026.
Sebastian Camacho. Gabriela Kumalini Abreu Mendes. Isabella Castro Cardona. Jasmine Enriquez Vega. Emily Gonzalez Perez. Militia Guion Arana. Chloe Hornsby. John Tavia Howard. Marisol Juarez Mateo. Jade Kaufman. Daisy Perez Wenceslau. Michelle Rodriguez Laura. Parth Trapathi. John Yuskanga Jr. Victoria Vaughn. Alejandro Aguilar Mencera. Vida Linda Bartolome. Hillary Beltran Longino. Shayliana Bravo Montagado. Melise Bush. David Carrillo. Jada Marie Dean. Naomi D. Ashley Flores Oracho. Diego Holland. Zoe Howard. Caleb Wazo. Lana Lane. Angie Lopez Morales. Yemelith Miranda Alaman. Johnny Wynn. Ariam Pitts. Jamie Rass. Sanvi Thacker. Adriana Trejo Hernandez. Colin Ziarno. Noelani Ororo. Angel Aran. Natalie Becerra Ramirez. Alicia Dewar. Liam Fernandez. Miranda Herrera. Jadiel Jimenez. Melanie Luna Alvarez. Catherine Cezo. Karen Tranquilino. Samuel Velagas Maldonado. Sanai Young. Terrence Johnson. Lugenda Dot. Kimaria Goff. Elizabeth Guzman Palma. Helen Acosta Portillo. Joanna Adamson. Julio Aguilar Alvarez. Melanie Aguilar Cruz. Christian Agustin Norato. Maciela Alberry. Michaela. Cole Allen. Pablo Alonso Arangas. Penelope Alonso Mejia. Elizabeth Alvarez Oresti. Alana Alvarez Mosley. Elizabeth Aranas Damian. Darius Armstrong. Dylan Avila Jimenez. Antoine Baez Mata. Anthony Barderas. Michael Baltazar Ramirez. Jonathan Benos Ferreira. Jackson Barrett. Wilmer Batista. Jaylene Becerra. Shania Bell. Joel Bellevue. Yahara Cruz Rivera. Hector Benitez Weslenslow. Ambrielle Joy Bevel. Jason Blanco. Kyle Boggs. Christian Benia Mena. James Booker. Leonardo Branchar. Andrea Reyes Gonzalez. Kevin Burgos. Sharia Bustetter. Christopher Caldwell. Anna Calzada Rios. Xavier Camacho. Jonathan Camacho Contreras. Lorraine Cami. Freddie Candelero. Daniel Cardenas Catalan. Kimberly Cardenas Gonzalez. Maria Carmen Guadalupe. Lorraine Safair. Avelina Carrasco Montillo. Sarah Carrillo. Alito Catalan Cazada. Diego Cerros. Shelly Chacon Malgar. Brian Chavez Ventura. Michaela Collins. Adrienne Colon. Cedarius Crawford. Jalian Cray. Susanna Cruz. Shanette Cruz Torres. Maria Cruz Torres. Cesar Huevos Martinez. Dave Dawes. Patrick Dawes.
Zion Dawes. Sophia Elizabeth Deal. Obed de Jesus Ordaz. Antonella Delgado Colon. Yuri DeRusso. Jaden DeWitt. Neely Diaz. Brianna Diegas. Destiny Dominguez. Kevin Dorlin. Gracie Maria Douglas. Darren Lee Duvall. Angie Maria Echevarria. Janila Shakai Edwards. Giselle Enrique Perez. Jade Antonella Escobar Pavon. Victor Estrada Reyes. Diana Yanitza Estrada Valdez. Jalisha Ferguson. Samantha Jacqueline Fernandez. Cornelius Fields. Jaden Fields. Grace Filbrun. Missy Foley. You want your name? You want your name? You want your name? Okay. Jemiah Fowler. Brianna Amanda Frederick. Dana Gaither. Jeremiah Gaona. Leanna Gaona. Leroy Garces. Juan Garcia. Nathan Garcia. Ruth Garcia de Jesus. Emily Daniela Garcia Nunez. Natalie Bridget Garcia Pineda. Brianna Garcia. Addison Geisler. Damian Marquis Gilbert. Anthony Manuel Gonzalez. Jocelyn Gonzalez. Ariana Michelle Gonzalez Morales. Andrea Gonzalez Roman. Zuri Daniela Gonzalez Soriano. Cruz Eduardo Grana. Sophia Claire Gray. Jonathan Grignon, I'm sorry. Jonathan Mark Grignon Alcara. Salia Grace. Tyra Jasleen Griggs. Josewana Takira Grooms. Alexa Guadalupe Santana. Ezra Guthers. Elian Gutierrez. Josephat Gutierrez. David Gutzens Rodriguez. Anshel Joshua Guzman Perez. Alyssa A. Harris. Dejana Hawkins. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. I'm sorry, folks. Special Denasia Hawkins. Nellie Haynes. Reni Gabriela Hernandez. Kenya Hernandez Ramirez. Jazaria Hill. Layla Nicole Holmbeck. Zeta Howard. Emmanuel Hoyes. Cameron Hunter. Jolene Isabel. Eber Izagueta Quintanilla. Dariana Janelle Jackson. Marco Jackie. Nada Jean-Baptiste. Devin Deontay Jefferson. Alexa Zoila Jimenez. Miguel Ernesto Jimenez Ramirez. Raimundo Santiago. Chell Johnson. Jerry Jesus Jose Pascal. Christian Jose Pascal.
Annabelle Leigh Kemper. Nicholas Mark Langston. Kimberly Giselle Lemus Rivera. Alessandra Leon Baltazar. Felix Leon Martinez. Angel Longoria. Juan Luis Longoria. Yerli Lopez. Diana Marcela Lopez Felipe. Brander Lopez. Jennifer Lopez. Hayden Robert Lowndes. Marianne Lowe. Elizabeth Lucas Villanueva. Mary Elizabeth Ludvigsen. Ayanna Ray Lyman. Noah Malavi McLyman. Alberto Manuel. Nesa Marias. Aziel Alexis Marquez. Yoeli Martinez Gaspar. Denisha Martinez Gomez. LaDavian Johnson. Zachary Johnson.
Amner Martinez. Valeria Martinovich. Edgar Mateo. Anna Mathena. Carmen Matias. Ariadna Matipulo. Alyssa Mays. Aisha Mays. Rashad McCall. Alan Medrano Romero. Kevin Medrano Romero. Christian Mejio Morales. Catherine Melgar Sanchez. Gavinsley Menard. Janera Moyes. Chris Molina Marabo. Yareli Montero Castillo. Dante Moody. Hernan Morales. Justiah Morgan. Sastaya Morgan. Dabulu Malatre. Adriana Munoz Perez. Olivia Newland. Lin Tukan Guillen. Carolina Nianovo. Lawrence Nonombre. Bernadine Oxenak. Tanaya Orange Ray. Chanel Ordaz Agramante. Haley Ordaz Chang. Carlos Ordonez Mendoza. Michelle Ortiz Cardenas. Juan Osorio Montoya. Jonathan Eli Osterhout. Taviana Pace. Victor Pacheco. Brian Pacheco Viana. Sadie Pais Orozco. Alexander Palmquist. Jalen Parker. Carson Patterson. Riley P.A. Esperanza Petraza. Oscar Perez Garcia. Barbara Perez Lora. Joe Perez Luciano. Wade Perkins. Antonio Pastana Contreras. Mirdaline Pierre. Richness Polycape. Isabella Polito Pino. Joshua Pireco. Luna Quintana. Chase Reed. Kevin Ramirez Acosta. Estela Ramirez Lopez. Eric Ramirez Mateo. Anthony Ramos Arencibia. Exa Ramos Cruz. Xiomara Ramos Martinez. Francesca Ramos Milan. Colin Randall. Taiba Rofi. Gabriel Rayburn. Emily Reconco Martinez. Lacavia Redmond. Jacob Renteria. Alban Reyes. Daniela Ricardo Hernandez. Gabriel Rickmeyer. Lisbeth Rico. Darian Rizzo. Serenity Rivers. George Lorenzo Rodriguez. Madeline Rodriguez. Jonathan Rodriguez Amaya. Sadie Rodriguez Dinicio. Matt Rodriguez Moreno. Jacqueline Rodriguez Pina. Joshua Rodriguez Pina. Franklin Rosa. Bricia Rosas. Sharon Navarrillo Maldonado. Ricardo Sabion Lopez. Dahin St. Louis. Jael St. Vilgat. Lazaro Salas. Samuel Sanchez Dominguez. Ezekiel Sandoval. Cesar Sandoval Labar. Perla Saucedo Avinada. Florian Sieverts. Kiara Silencio. Harmony Smith. Edlizar Sosa Perez. Caleb Steele. Samara Swafford. Isaiah Swearingen. Caden Temperin. Wilmer Tatudam Mogomai. Brandon Taylor. Dominique Delado. Emily Tilston Melendez. Kimberly Toledano Dahio. America Torres. Genesis Torres. Kevin Torres Cintron. Marco Trejo Lucas. Oscar Trejo Rodriguez. Benjamin Valerio. Nor Vallejo Rodriguez. Miguel Vargas Romero. Emily Vasquez. Henry Vasquez. Reina Chanel Vasquez. Genesis Vasquez Lepe. Jadriana. Alvin. Jordanis Velasquez. Jose Antonio Velasquez. Steven Velasquez Rodriguez. Anthony Venancio. Nariga Venegas. Paola Villaneva Caballero. Victor Vieira. Evelyn Vivas. Amir Walker. Keyshawn Williams. Emily Zavala. And last but not least, Kimberly Socorro Miraman Aquino.
Graduates, please stand. Seniors, at this time, please turn your tassel as you are now a graduate of Southeast High School. Thank you, parents and families. We are asking graduates, as always, go Noles!